What's going on? It's Goodfella Sports TV. We in the building, all right. We're gonna talk a little bit about DAZN, the zone, and about the main event, which I did not watch. I watched the UFC card. I watched Big Baby Miller beat Thomas Adamic, all right. I watched Callum Johnson fight Arthur Beterbiev. I caught a little bit of Danny Roman fight as well. All right. I'm going to tell you this. The Bum Bash went to a draw. Okay. I was listening to Boxing Wave. Respect his opinion, respect his boxing IQ, and he said that he thought Thomas Dulorme won the fight. I mean, you can't tell me that a guy, Jessie Vargas, is worth a title shot, or Thomas Dulorme, no offense to him, are both deserve a title shot versus WC champion when they fight on this level. It's not a competitive match. Jessie Vargas, he ain't that good, bro. Thomas Dulorme, we know he ain't that good. I heard they exchange knockdowns, whatever it may be. It'd be criminal if the WBC still ordered Jessie Vargas to be Shawn Porter's mandatory. Struggling with Thomas Dulorme, which is not even a fighter of this tier that should be fighting for a world championship or fighting, on a running for a world championship fight, world title fight. I mean, Jessie Vargas couldn't even beat him clearly when the zone. It was his card. He's the zone fighter, and they couldn't even find a way to give him the decision. Fuck up out of here, man. They better not order Jessie Vargas versus Shawn Porter. Even if he go back and they run it back with Dulorme and Vargas, no. That's not a world title fight. Nobody is dying to see that fight at all, man. Okay? It's a bum bash. All right? Jessie Vargas ain't that good. Jessie Vargas got more gift decisions than anybody. And last night, he rolled with his own, and they couldn't even give him a decision like Top Rank was giving him several gift decisions, all right? So, that's just how I look at it. But it was what it was, you know what I'm saying? Dulorme ain't a complete chump. But, at this level, he ain't an elite level fighter, getting knocked out by Abregu, getting beat up by Ugis. Jessie Vargas, his claim to fame was knocking out Saddam Ali. Other than that, he has done jack shit and rocking Timothy Bradley at the end of their fight, which he was clearly getting dominated. And I watched a little bit of the zone on Sky. You know what? I wasn't giving Eddie my viewership. I don't care what nobody say. People acting like this was a great card. This card, okay. This card was about bum bashing. All right, it was about putting his UK fighters on that the local grocery clerks, the high-low drivers, the packers, the pickers and packers, the street sweepers, the garbage can man. It was about giving his bum ass UK contenders, United States contenders, British Commonwealth champion, runner-ups, or Commonwealth belt champions a shot. This what this card was about. Because Callum Johnson would never got shot at Beterbiev. No network would have ever put that as a even on the televised card. Maybe Top Rank. No network would even think about putting that on. Beterbiev, I'm talking about him later. He ain't got no fan following, okay? You talking about Danny Roman versus Gavin McDowell. Ain't nobody, come on. McDowell got stopped at the end. But come on, Gavin McDowell would never got that opportunity, okay? Eddie Hearn is basically trying to see if he could put one of his domestic UK bums in there. They can go ahead and get a Rocky type story and score the money shot. All right, that's what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to really put his people on with this zone shit. And he trying to overpay Americans for their belt, and hopefully one of the UK guys can score an upset knockout victory. And people trying to lie and say, "Oh, this card was great." No, it was not. And that's maybe my definition of a good fight card, a solid fight card, a great fight card. Is different from their definition. It's very, very subjective. Okay, I don't really care to see a lot of lopsided victories where I know the outcome. I want a fight card that's going to be competitive and exciting. I want to be able to know names. I want to be able to see contenders challenged and step up fights. I want to see or prospects, step up fights. I want to see contenders fight 50-50 fights. On this card, there was no doubt my mind who, other than Thomas Dulorme and Jessie Vargas, because they both bums, okay? When I say bums, I mean not so good. It was no doubt in my mind that Viterbo was going to be Callum Johnson. The first three jabs he threw, he had Callum Johnson face red, okay? Callum Johnson dropped him. There's no doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind that Danny Roman was going to beat McDowell. No doubt in my mind that that Big Baby Miller, who outweighed Thomas Adamek by 90 pounds, which should be criminal and be banned in the sport of boxing. You shouldn't be able to box when you're over 300 pounds, all right? Especially when you're 6'4". Everybody knew the outcome. And people saying this was a great card when you knew the outcome. Okay? You know the outcome. How is it a great card? Lopsided. And now that's the same across the board. It wasn't no ecstatic card. This was a UK bum bash card and an easy payday for most of these United States fighters. Okay? That's exactly what it was. And then the main event, ironically, battles to the draw when apparently he popping off about, the winner's going to be Shawn Porter's mandatory. We're going to Shawn Porter to the zone. What does Shawn Porter get from the zone unless he pays him $3, $4, $5, $6 million to fight Jessie Vargas? What does it do for his career? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. It does nothing for Shawn Porter's career. Fighting on the zone. Okay? But, hey, it is what it is, man. I wasn't impressed with the card. If you just want to see knockouts and a bum bash, man, that's for you. I want to see competitive fights where the juices are flowing, when it's a lot of energy in the arena, when the intensity is high. Man, the intensity wasn't high. You had several guys on this card who had no fan following. Several guys. Miller ain't nobody followed Miller big ass. Nobody followed Viterbo. And then nobody followed Danny Roman. And that's a fact. And that's a fact. Nobody following these guys. Shit, I don't think people follow Jessie Vargas and Thomas Dulorme. I just got to the point where I got to Thomas Adamek and Miller fight. That was disgusting. That was disgusting to put that as the co-feature from a guy, Thomas Adamek, who started off a cruiserweight fight and got 317 pounds. And Adamek basically been inactive for a while. And you telling me that was a good card? Get the hell up out of here. Get up out of here with that BS, man. And these dudes trying to tell me, the zone was great. Shut up, man. The zone is so great, but when it comes to Premier Boxing Champions, Showtime, it sucked. But come on, get out of here, man. Like I said, overall, it was a shit card, man. Just keeping it real. I didn't see the main event. I'd rather watch UFC last night. They whole card from Derek Lewis to Reyes to Tony Ferguson all the way to Khabib beating the hell out of Conor McGregor was way more. I got way more bang for my buck if I paid pay-per-view for $65 than if I paid it for I got a free trial for the zone. Come on, man. They over here acting like that was a good fight card. Get the fuck up out of here, man. Get up out of here with that crap. But like I say about Vargas and Dulorme, both these dudes ain't even top 10 contenders, bro. Jessie Vargas, ain't even a top 10 contender in my opinion as far as his talent. That motherfucker got more robberies than the bank robbers on the town. He'd rob more people from the Khabib character that Broner had beat to Josito Lopez to another Russian cat. He been getting robberies. Dulorme, come on, man. They couldn't find nobody better else than Thomas Dulorme. A guy that Crawford knocked out at 140, he was at 147, and Ibergu knocked him out. Come on, man. Then this is a guy who just barely beat Hammer and Hank Lundy out of Philly. Come on. Fuck up out of here, man. To miss me with this piss poor boxing. I want to hear the reviews if Martinez fight Julio Chavez too, I want to hear them reviews, man. Overall, man, it didn't pique my interest at all. I had no expectations for the zone, man, but it didn't pique my interest at all. I watched it on Sky. I refused to get a liar Eddie Hearn any of my viewership, even if it's a free trial. And that's just my perspective, my point of view. We'll see, if he can get Billy Joe Saunders still fight Demetrius Andrade October 1st. We'll see what the business is with that, man. But shout out to the entire LDBC Lions Den box community, Goodfellas Sports TV. We in here one time for the one time. We'll continue to grind. continue to grind and shine. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. If you want to make a donation, the PayPal link is in the description with the rest of the social media links, business email, all that good stuff. Also, in addition to that, make sure you check out Boxing 101 Early Morning Grind, our boxing talk show, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Boxing Clinic and more. If you miss it, you can watch it on YouTube or you can catch it on our podcast. So you don't have to have the YouTube app open. The podcast links in the description. Make sure you check it out and download it. Appreciate you guys, and we're going to continue to grind. We're going to continue to put the work in, and make sure you share the videos across social media, screen record them, share the links. Definitely appreciate you guys. One time for the one time we gone.